Beats Planet.
Yo, hey, what's happening, y'all? Vash Lombardi holding it down. Doski Woski. Peasky Whiskey. Past 3 days, been busy. Very important things I was doing. I'll leave that to the ones. We'll just leave it on a need-to-know basis. But we back, like bra straps. Let's hop into this chat box real fast so we can see what's happening. What a draft around the corner, yo. But the draft around it's over there. You know what I mean? It's on the corner, like around the corner, you know? Damn, about time, man. The excitement. Cowboys X Factor was first. He was early, though. I don't even know if I can count that as first because he ain't pop up when the stream popped up. He popped up 15 minutes before the stream popped up. But nonetheless, sir, you're first. Salute to you, man. Arnie G, Ethan, Joseph, my Cowboys family. Salute to them. Go check them out on YouTube. Especially if you're heavy into Cowboys content. NBA Young Goat, what's happening? JP, Muhammad, 10K Trick Shots, Sean, NHAAS23. What's happening? Ricky LaRon, what's happening? Nari 5, what's happening? Well, y'all names killing me today. Last name Wesley. YMSA, what's happening? Rob Strickland, what up? Ethan, what up? I say what's up to Ethan already. Niles, Steven, Salvador. Let me see if I can guess this. Bribieska. Tell me if I got that right, Salvador Bribieska. Dead for Life, Bobby Johnson. All right, cool. That should be it. DeQuante Clark up in here. What's happening? Raj, 2 a.m. What's happening? Josh Enzer. What's happening? Kantar Oath. What's happening? Amber, what's happening? Shouldn't you be working? Amber, what time is it? It's 12:35. You should be picking up people right around now. You shouldn't be up in here. But anyway, what's happening, y'all? Doski Woski. Today, what up, Vach? Have some love from Croatia. Salute to Croatia, man. So we looking at receivers today. I feel like I'm 100% running out of time on my there's ambitious Vach, and then there's what I can get done. I'm sorry, Vach. Ambitious Vach won 32 mock drafts, all the position ranks, and a Vach Lombardi mock draft 1.0 before the draft or whatnot. That might not get done. That might not get done, man. But it's okay, because ambitious Vach tries. It's the thought that counts. Okay. But I'm gonna need y'all to fall back on that one. So, in case y'all didn't know, I dropped my offensive line rankings on Twitter, Facegram, and the YouTube community link. Okay. The entire offensive line. I don't know if that needed a video or what, but I feel like people care a little more about wide receivers, so I just decided to drop that little ugly-ass link. So, hey, man, we're going to run it for the cardio and see what's going on. So, without further ado, let me, boom, 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 hit that button. The live stream's open. Not the live stream. The phone lines are open. 515-739-1285. I can say that without even looking. I ain't got to look down now. I ain't got to look on the screen. It ain't there. I ain't got to look in the comments. 5157. Shit, 5. Damn, I lost. Messing with you. I said it right the first time. What? There we go. 515-739-12. There you go. Okay, cool. So cool. It's on the screen, y'all. It's on the screen. So if you want to call into the show, there it is right there. Access code 309-104. That's how you get in touch with the show. So probably what's gonna happen or whatnot is I'm gonna run down this top 15, and you're probably gonna disagree with it. Let me tell y'all something about how I understand the disagreement clause or whatever. How I know y'all gonna disagree with me, but I don't care though. You know what I mean? Some people may thrive on people agreeing with them. They'll drop a mock draft. Somebody will call it stupid. Then they'll say, "Oh, well, how can I make my mock draft better? How would you do it?" I don't care what y'all would do different with this hypothetical ass situation. The damn draft order gonna change 1,000 times between now and day 2. So who cares about ugly ass mock drafts or player rankings, which is my opinion? Or the team, team particular mock drafts, all those, man. Because I call myself, wanting to drop it because people wanted to know my opinion. Then they get my opinion and they call me stupid. I don't care about y'all calling me stupid, man. You know what my favorite one is, as I open my notebook to get ready for this? You know what my favorite one is? Oh, Vach, that doesn't make sense. You lost all credibility. Boy, kill credibility, bitch. Don't give a fuck about your credibility, bitch. All right. Before I get started, man, I will be in Dallas for the NFL draft. So if y'all are in the area, the Arlington, Dallas, DFW, Fort Worth area, and you're going to be at the draft, I'm gonna be at the Mark Holmes barbecue. You know what I mean? And follow the smoke, follow the smells. You know what I mean? Scooby Doo used to float the smells. Do that, and I'll be in that general area, answering questions, shaking hands, kissing babies. All that type of stuff. I won't flirt with your wife or girlfriend, so you can feel safe around me. I promise. Tramal said, "Vach, you free on your day job?" I don't have day job today, luckily. So anyway, we got 15 guys here. As I open up my notepad, hold on. Let me lay this out better so I can pop my chat box out. So we got 15 guys today. I ain't trying to be here all day. I got to run the Whole Foods. I got some other things to do today. I got to get sleep because I haven't slept in a while, and got to play Far Cry 5. So I ain't got time to be dealing with y'all all day. But I did drop the bottom 5: Auden Tate, Deontay Burnett, James Washington, DJ Chark, Semi Cobbs. That's 15 through 11. Auden Tate, he's cool. He's solid. He's a decent hand guy. Kind of sizey dude. Not really fasty guy. And I think every team has a place for that. They don't necessarily have to be the number one guy. People think just because I'm getting more and more away from big body receiver guy, that doesn't mean I don't like big body receiver guy, because every team has a place for a big body receiver guy. It just depends on how you use them. I'm just done with my number one receiver being big body receiver guy that can't separate or run. You know what I mean? Pop out chat. Boom, there we go. So Auden Tate is definitely big body catch receiver guy, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. We'll just use him in particular situations, and then we'll cross that road whenever we get there. You know what I mean? Deontay Burnett, he's going to be a solid ball mover, a solid complimentary guy. Number 2, number 3 guy. He can play slot. I think when he gets to the league, he's going to probably do a little bit of that. Not because of size or anything like that. I just think I just don't see him transitioning into one-on-one situations on the next level early. I think coming into the league, he's gonna be need to put in certain situations. He's gonna need some motion. He's gonna need some rubs and things like that. I don't think he's ready to step up and be the man just yet. But Deontay Burnett can definitely give you production and big plays. James Washington, I think he's it's for like Cowboys fans, whatever. I think he's a Terrence Williams type of guy. 6 foot forever, long, 4'3" guy, and that's interesting. But he's still body catcher, not good route runner guy, and I just don't favor those type of dudes. And like I said, all like position ranking situations or whatever, y'all ain't got to take my word on it. It's just my flavor. It's just what I like. You know, just like in my offensive line rankings, I got Hernandez over Isaiah Wynn. But I'm not screaming at you if you feel like Isaiah Wynn is over Hernandez, because I think it's so close, it's just going to come down to what you like more. You see what I mean? So, yeah, like James Washington, it's kind of like DJ Chark in that way. Well, I won't say that, because James Washington does have better hands than DJ Chark. But James Washington played in the Big 12. Nobody pressed him. I think if you press James Washington, he's gonna be a completely different type of receiver. James Washington can possibly be yak guy, but I don't see him being like super physical at the line of scrimmage guy. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, we'll just have to see how he projects. But he basically ran past Big 12 defenders because nobody put hands on him, and that is what it is on that. Man, I like Semi Cobbs. Damn it, you watch your damn Semi Cobbs, and I wouldn't even say Semi Cobbs highlight tape. But, like, Semi can play. But he's, like, 4'6", big body, tall, long, you know, guy, whatever. But let me just address this, though, because a lot of people feel like Semi Cobbs can't separate. Let me just address that whole thingamajig. Semi Cobbs can separate. He just doesn't separate with route running. He separates with catch radius, height, length, leap ability. And that is a way to separate. People think the only separation means I'm here and you're there. You can be draped on my back, but if my arm length puts me way out here and you're on my back, then that's still separation. You just got to know how to use it. I think Semi Cobbs can use that. Also, people that may have Denzel Ward as a number one receiver, Semi Cobbs kind of put hands on Denzel Ward now. So, you know, we'll just cross that road whenever we look at it, man. But if you watch that Indiana film versus Ohio State, Semi Cobbs lined up against the best cornerback in the draft and put hands on him with his catch radius. So I like Semi Cobbs, even though he's bigger guy, slower, not really route running guy. I think that's cause for like a role player type of deal. You know what I mean? I think he'll definitely be role player guy. So let me get into this box because I got some super chats. So let me scroll down, see what we talking about. Bobby J. Johnson dropping a deuce. He say Vita Vea. Vita Vea can't play receiver. My condolences. Thanks for the drop, though. JP Lyons dropped $199, which is exactly the price of almond M&M. Salute to you, sir. Are the receivers or tight ends deeper in this class? I think there are more receivers that can play than tight ends. I don't even like watching film on tight ends, but I'll get through it. William Minor Jr. with the deuce. Do you like Puna Ford? Vash Lombardi definitely likes Puna Ford. He's short. They kind of snubbed him on the combine joints, but he has great film. Plus, he lined up at the Super Bowl, the Senior Bowl, and he put hands on people. So I definitely do like Puna Ford. Steven Benzik with the 10, with the dime piece. What I say, he's a lot like Dez. If you're talking about, actually, none of these guys are like Dez Bryant. Dez was different. Dez had leap ability. Dez had air ball. Dez had airness. Plus, he was explosive. He wasn't necessarily fast, but he was explosive guy. You know what I mean? I don't think Semi Cobbs is fast enough, explosive enough to be like Dez Bryant. DJ Chark, he's faster than Dez Bryant. James Washington, more deep threat than Dez Bryant. Deontay Burnett, Auden Tate, they're not like Dez Bryant. So just a difference. Let me hop in this comment section because I've seen my name a bunch, but you know we get priority to super chats. But we're gonna hold the phones till after we're done with the top 15. So okay, cool. That's just Twitter situation. So Vosh said Juju had some Dez in him last year, and he was right. Vosh was right on Jiu-Jitsu Smith, but apparently people think I can only evaluate offensive linemen. Whatever. I'm gonna have to get some almond M&Ms now. Vosh, I don't see many true number one impact receivers. I see a lot of good. Yeah, this class is full of complimentary guys. number two receivers, slot guys, complimentary role playing guys. But that's okay because I think that's what you're gonna get with most receivers nowadays anyway. Besides AB, Julio, AJ, Nuke Hopkins. How many Odell, how many number one receivers are there really? You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Eric Zambrano said, "What's up, Senor Vach? Que pasa contigo, mi hermano? Coolin'. Yo, Vach loving the content. What's happening, brother? Exactly. You can use a big body to create separation. Exactly. My whole thing with big body receivers or receivers that play big, if you're gonna play big, actually be big. You're like, how like Alshon Jeffrey, he plays big, but he's also big. I think the problem is if you look at a guy like Rich Homie Treadwell, he's not big, but he plays big. He's 6'1", 6'2", whatever big, but he ain't like 6'4", big. You know what I'm saying? Mike Williams. Mike Williams is big, but he's body catcher. He ain't really catch radius big. Like he has a ridiculous catch radius, but he lets the ball get to him. Now, when Mike Williams goes up to get the ball or he goes out to get the ball, then that's when you see Mike Williams separate with size and length. But Mike Williams body catches a lot and he double catches a lot. So even if he does put his arms out, he'll miss it and catch it here, which is not a lot of separation, especially when the DB's right there. You see what I mean? Go in the comment section, tell me if you learned something. My Cowboys family, DJ Moore. Okay, so that's my Cowboys family talking anything. Callaway. I like Callaway. We'll cross that road. We'll get there. Back to the situationship. Let's see. Number 10. Let's go ahead and jump into number 10 then. I have Equanimous St. Brown. And let me say this with this ranking and all rankings, really. Just because you're ranked really low on my ranking situation doesn't mean I think you're terrible. It could just mean I like 9 people more than you, and that's okay. that's fine. You know what I mean? People get really sensitive about rankings. Like I'm ranking y'all. I don't rank y'all. I'm ranking these guys. You know what I mean? I need my charger. Where's my charger at? Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. So I'm good to go. Just because I rank someone in a certain place doesn't mean I think that person is terrible. I just think that a couple other people are better than them. For example, in my offensive line rankings, and I guess I'll drop that at some point, I had Mike McGlinchey at number 7, and people thought I thought that Mike McGlinchey was garbage because he was number 7. Oh, about you sleeping on Mike McGlinchey? No, Quentin and Will and Isaiah and James and Connor are just really good to me. You know what I mean? So that's just where he fell. Equanimous St. Brown is good to me, but the guys I have listed in front of him, I really value what they do. Equanimous is he has potential to be great because he's big, long, can run guy. You know what I mean? But he's kind of up and down with his production, kind of, sort of. Now, to be fair, Notre Dame quarterback situation was boo-boo, garbage, terrible, mucho mal. You see what I mean? But, it's to be said what can happen if he has a better quarterback. I mean, when he had Kaiser, he was a little bit better. But the thing about St. Brown is he just doesn't put it together as good as the rest of these guys on my list. That makes sense? That makes sense. That's okay. Let's keep this thing moving. Where's my notepad? Let me get my theme music. Number 9. Antonio Callaway. Okay. Now, disclaimer. Let me just put this out there. I don't consider off the field issues with these rankings. I'm purely film guy. Tell people all the time. I'm only film guy. I'm not combine interview guy. I'm not check your background guy. I don't care that Quentin Nelson does Taekwondo. Go watch Break Home, and he's real good at that, right? I'm just what I see on film, and that's what I give y'all. Everything else, I want y'all to do that research on your own. But Antonio Callaway, okay, excluding the fact that he might be kidnap my girlfriend guy, credit card fraud guy, my friends may be crappy guy, gun under the seat guy, I may not like football guy, or love football guy. All those things off the table, just as a football player. My biggest problem with Antonio Callaway is every now and then he may have some focus drops. Okay, and we see a lot of him looking down at the film going, damn, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I just don't get a lot of football intelligence from him. Like, you can tell how smart a receiver is by how they navigate within zone coverage. Antonio Callaway, you know, some people, some people navigate through zone coverage by knowing zone coverage. You know what I mean? Like they can find holes in the zone, know exactly where to go, and they get open that way. Antonio Callaway just athletes himself through zone coverage. Tell me if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But besides that, very quick athlete, fast, very sudden dude, explosive. When he does catch it, yak guy, powerful down the field, slot, takes over the seam, can play outside, dynamic. Focus drops every now and then. Gun under the seat guy, kidnap my girlfriend guy, credit card fraud guy, my friends ain't no good guy. That's him. You know what I'm saying? Now, when his hands are good, I like his hands. He does snatch the ball out of the air, but sometimes he, throws the ball on the ground. Plus, he's a kick return, punt return guy, special teams. You know what I mean? So there's a lot to like about Callaway, but come on, gun under the seat guy. Aaron Doyle told me to answer some calls. That's the best part. I agree. That's why I answer a lot of calls. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take calls after. This just me plugging up my laptop, y'all. Don't panic or whatever. I'm gonna take calls after I'm done with the rankings, because what I notice about y'all and about me as a host, y'all ass get long-winded sometimes. And me as a host, I really like to hear what y'all say. So I let y'all be long-winded. So I would hate to be at 7 and y'all get long-winded and I allow y'all to be long-winded and we damn can't get to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You see what I'm saying? So the call's gonna get here. Y'all can definitely call in right now and save your spot. You know what I mean? You can 100% do that. But I'm going to get to the calls when we get to number 1. So hang tight. Just give us 5 minutes, Batch. 5 minutes is a long time to talk to somebody. That's a long time. You may think 5 minutes is not a long time. If I take 2 callers, that's 10 minutes. That's a lot of time, man. Most radio shows give you 30 seconds to 90. I like to hear y'all. So, number 8, let's move on into it. Then after we're done with the rankings, we can take some calls. And I hope I'm spelling this right, too. But if I ain't spelling it right, whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Deshaun Hamilton. Penn State. Deshaun Hamilton. I don't know why we not talking about this guy a little bit more. You know what I mean? I watched film on Deshaun Hamilton. Man, he's one of those guys that know how to navigate within the zone, you know? Length guy, hands guy, route guy. Some good route runners in this top situation here. Like number 6 may be the worst route runner. Y'all know who number 6 is. That's why he's number 6. But the rest of these cats can run some routes, man. I like how Deshaun Hamilton runs his routes. He's very smooth with his routes. You know what I mean? Plus, when you watched him, like he played against big competition. Can I say that about everybody on this list? So I ain't gotta say it no more. Okay, the one dude that can't run routes really neither. He didn't play big competition, but everybody else played big competition. You know what I mean? And he was a Senior Bowl guy. You know what I mean? So, man, look, talking about the Cowboys need a receiver. I wouldn't necessarily take one at 19, but I would 100% consider Deshaun Hamilton or my number 7 guy, or my number 5 guy, or my number 4 guy in the second round. You see what I mean? Like, I would 100% go after Deshaun Hamilton. I really, really like this dude. Plus, he's very productive. Considering Saquon was the man. I don't know if Saquon being the man made it easier for her. Something just happened. I hate when it does it. I hate when this damn notepad does this. Yeah, so get that right there. There we go. That's how we do it. Cool. Number 7. Let's get to number 7. Dante Pettis. Washington. Another underrated. Why aren't we talking about this guy? Another smooth route runner, another quick mover, another hand catcher. Dante Pettis snatched the ball out the air. Out the air, fam. Now I ain't got his pat yourself on the back because there's gone. I don't necessarily I don't have combine numbers in front of me because I'm not combine guy, I'm film guy. I don't know why like Dante Pettis look long. He looks like he's snatching the ball out of the air when he's running. Routes are good. Competition in the Pac-12 or whatnot, can run, good size. I like Dante Pettis as a number 2 guy as well. All these guys are going to be number 2 guys moving forward. Just letting you know. My number 6 guy may or may not be a number 2 guy, but man, I love Dante Pettis. I love Deshaun Hamilton. Both those guys are like late 2nd, 3rd round picks to me. You know what I mean? Like somebody else may disagree. Vach, they suck, you know what I mean? But I definitely take either one of these guys and put them on my team and let them play Z immediately. Love these guys. What the hell happened? What happened to my goddamn? Let me hit undo. What the hell happened to my rankings, man? Oh hell no! I got my quarterback. Did I delete my rankings? Undo. I just can't undo it, huh? Just like that. You just gonna let me just ugly ass notepad just allowed me to do that. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Stupid ass. Now I got a top 15. Wide receivers. Man, this shit is so stupid. I'm going to do this. Forget all this countdown. This ain't the NFL Network. I ain't doing no more suspense. I ain't doing none of this crap no more. I'm pissed off. This some bullshit. This some bullshit. Man, look. Calvin Ridley. Man. Ridley. Smooth route runner. Explosive. Great against competition. Not great hands. A little dude. He may fall to the back of the first. Damn it. Number 2, Christian Kirk. Also smooth with his routes. Can you tell Vach Lombardi really likes route runners? Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk is really quick and smooth with his routes. He's not the fastest though. Calvin Ridley is a little faster than Christian, long speed wise, but Christian is 100% quick route, catch the ball, yak guy. I really like Christian Kirk. Number 3, DJ Moore. All of his quarterbacks were terrible. It's so hard to play football at Maryland. It's hard to watch football in Maryland. It's so terrible. Hey, man, y'all go ahead and call into the damn show because I'm about to blow through this list. I was about to take my time and talk about these damn picks, and I was going to suspense and NFL Network top 10. Forget that crap. I'm just about to write this list out, let y'all look at it, and I'm going to take some phone calls. I'm pissed off. But I like DJ Moore. He's he can play outside. He can play inside. Very thick, stout dude, yak guy, solid hands, snatches the ball out of the air, very proactive with his catches or whatnot. I like DJ Moore. Number 4, Michael Gallup, Colorado State. Nobody's really talking about Michael Gallup for whatever reason, and that's okay. I'll take him on my damn team and plug him into the Z and not have to worry about it. Another smooth route runner. This is a very smooth route runner, E-class for wide receivers. I like that type of stuff. So, you know, Michael Gallup, very productive. Did it versus competition. He was smoking Alabama for the most part until he kind of dipped off in the fourth quarter. Plus, Maurice Jones-Drew likes Michael Gallup so much he ain't got to watch film on him to like him. But I'll take that though. Number 5, Anthony Miller. Smaller guy also, quick dude, can play inside and outside. Him and Riley Ferguson got a lot of things done at Memphis. Very productive player. He didn't run at the combine, but he ran a 4.3 at at his 4.44. He ran a 4.4 at the pro day or whatnot. So you can take Anthony Miller, plug him in at the Z, plug him in at the slot, take him and run it. You know what I'm saying? I like Anthony Miller. Now, and you know what? The damn computer shut down on Cortland Sutton. Sorry ass. See what I'm saying? Anyway, people gonna say Cortland Sutton slow and that he's not quick, he can't move. That's not true. Cortland Sutton ain't fast, but he's not slow neither. He is quick. He can catch. He can sometimes body catch. Sometimes he lets the ball get to him, but he can go out and catch the ball. Solid hands, not the best, but solid hands. But he need the runs. He need to run more than 4 routes. He's more Dez Bryant than any of these guys. So, I'm pissed off. That's my pissed off summation of these ugly ass rankings that I got. If DJ Chark hits on his potential, DJ Chark, I don't think there's much improvement for his hands or for his route runner ability or his body catching. It just is what he is on that. That's my super chat from Muhammad Hersey, dropping $2.99 in the super chat. So, man, look, y'all can call in now, and I'm willing to hear y'all's story. Now, call in to disagree with me while I finish writing the rest of this stupid-ass list. 4 numbers, 3 numbers, so 978, who this?
This is Shreyas Watch. What's up?
Shreyas, why does your phone number look stupid? And this is like the 5th number I have registered for you. What's happening?
Oh, really? I always call you with this number, so I mean.
You got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I understand. What you got for the show, sir?
For sure. Hey, I like your ranking, and I especially like the fact that you gave some love to that boy, Michael Gallup. That boy, I like him. I really like Michael Gallup.
Mm-hmm. He's really good.
The film I watched of him, I was most impressed with him because no one was really talking about him. Mm-hmm. And he really surprised me because I usually assume that if nobody talks about you, you're trash, but nah.
It seems like it seems like the draft Illuminati is talking about nothing but quarterbacks this year, and that's okay. That's all right. But
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But go ahead, Dr. Shrey. That's a terrible name, by the way. That's a ridiculous name, by the way. But go ahead, Dr. Shrey. Go ahead. Tell me more.
All right. So let me give you my ranking. I have Ridley as 1, same as you, and then 2A Moore, 2B Miller, 3. I mean that would be 4 then. Chark, 5 Kirk.
Why you like Chark? Time out. Why you got Chark top 5? I'm just interested.
Bruh, dude, this guy is so quick.
Okay.
So freaking quick, so fast. It's just amazing to watch him, man. This guy is like a taller Odell. This guy is really
not true. Not true. But I'll listen to your story. But go ahead.
No, whenever I watch him, his quickness just amazes me. He's quick for a guy that size. He is so freaking quick. That's gonna win you a lot of matchups in the NFL. And he doesn't seem like a dumb guy either. He seems like he knows what's up.
What about his hands and route running, though, Shrey? What about his hands and route running? What about that?
Okay, all right. Hands. Hear me out.
You have him top 5, and you just said that about his hands. Go ahead. Sure.
Wait, what did I say about his hands? I said his quarterback is. I don't trust him, and he doesn't trust him either. I mean, he can throw the ball like so inaccurate. You don't know where the ball is going to go. There's some odd kind of spin about his ball that like it just flutters a lot.
So
and that really throws up a receiver. Obviously, I'm kind of making excuses,
100%.
and I get that, but that does throw off wide receivers more than you would think. This guy can't throw a spiral to save his life. What is his name? Like Danny Etling, something like that.
Yeah. Have you seen
He is not good.
Have you seen DJ Moore's quarterbacks?
Hey, that's why DJ Moore is my 2A.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Okay, go ahead, finish. Go ahead.
All right, so yeah, Chark is really, really good.
Okay,
that's why he's my 4th wide receiver.
Okay.
So after Chark, I have Kirk. I have Timmy Cobbs. I really love Timmy Cobbs. His body control is what you were hinting at. His body control is just phenomenal, just on another level. Just best of this class, clearly.
It's pretty good.
and then we have Gallup, right?
Okay.
Cobbs and Gallup are basically on the same tier for me. And then you have Hamilton, you have EQ, we have Cortland Sutton. I don't really like him. Auden Tate, Traquan Smith, Deontay Burnett, then Washington, and then Pettis.
Okay.
And that's it.
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. So you dropped out of school and gotten back into football or what?
Nah, man. I mean, I'm still in school, but I have what do you call it? Spring break.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm just
Okay. Well,
doing
appreciate
some
it, man.
football stuff.
You know, we gonna run these calls kind of quick today. I normally let y'all filibuster, but it ain't that kind of day. So thanks for calling in, Shrek. I got a call, but we normally go to platinum callers first. So we're gonna see what Max talking about. What up, Max?
Hey, I'm a friend of Maxwell Corey. He's told me to call into your little live stream you got.
Okay, so time out. Wait a minute. So you're a friend of Max, and Max gave you his phone to call into my show and give your opinion about receivers.
Yeah.
I'll never give my friend my phone, but whatever. So go ahead, fam. What you got for the show? What's happening?
So I got a question for you.
What's up?
Are the wide receivers? How would you rank them? How do I word this for you? What do you look at to rank the number 1 and the number 15 spot?
What are you saying? Like, how do I differentiate number 1 and number 15?
Yeah, like what are you ranking them on right now? Is it just overall ability, or is it just like their stats and stuff?
Well, when you draft guys, you look for traits and not production. So when you look at Calvin Ridley versus my number 15 guy, Auden Tate, you look at the traits and what makes them successful. So if you look at do me a big favor and turn your house down for me. So when you look at Calvin Ridley, he's a great route runner. He's very top tier level route runner. His hands are solid. His speed is pretty good. He's a very smart player. I value older guys. He's 24 and he's been starting for 4 years, so I kind of value that a little bit. As you look at Auden Tate, you know, he's not as quick. His routes aren't as crisp. His hands his hands may or may not be better than Calvin's, but his routes aren't as good or whatever. What you do is you take the traits and you see what they do well and you stack them up against each other. Then you look at the levels in which they do it. Like Calvin's fast, but Christian Kirk is also fast, but Calvin is faster than Christian Kirk. So you add that in there. Then you look at route running. Then you look at all the things that you would compose a player from, size and things like that. And then you just come up with your rankings from there. Does that answer your question?
Thank you. I was just trying to figure that out.
Okay. Do you have an example? Like, do you have a list and you don't know how to differentiate you guys? Like, can I help you with that? Maybe, kind of, sort of.
Flying on the heel of.
Sorry. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna hang up on Max's friend. It was real. Get Max's phone back. Damn, fam. Yeah, wrong with you. 209, what's happening? Who this?
Yeah, this is Ricky with Ron, bro.
What up, Rick? Please be better than Max's friend. What you got for the show?
I'm not going to give you no long list, none of that. I'm just going to tell you the truth, man. DJ Moore, bro, I know he's tough. He got routes, but even if your quarterback weak, bro, you got to be killing him. So I got to take him down. Gallup is way better than DJ Moore. Who is this Anthony Miller guy? I guess he what?
Anthony Miller from Memphis, yeah.
Where he from?
Yeah, Memphis, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's like the top guy or whatever. What, speed and route running? I like route running too, bro.
Yeah.
But you can't put Anthony Miller above Cortland Sutton just because route running.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I 100% can.
Hey, bro.
Yes, I can.
All right, well,
Watch me.
Right, route running.
Watch me. It's right there.
Okay, route route running, that's a trait, right?
Uh-huh.
So size is a trait too.
100%.
You gotta give them their props for their size and what they do with it.
And he's gotten his props for his size. Okay. So peep this out. Let's match up things like let's match it up like trait for trait. Okay, so Cortland Sutton has the better size. Who's faster?
Of course, the smaller guy.
Who's quicker?
Quickness. Cortland Sutton three clone drill is like one of the highest out of
Cortland is quick, but Anthony Miller is quicker on tape. Tape is better because tape is football. I ain't looking at combine. Tape is football. I don't care about none of them numbers. Miller is faster. Miller is quicker. In my opinion, Miller's hands are better. I think Miller was more productive for the situation that he was in. Plus, Miller's a better route runner. Cortland got size though. Cortland got size though.
Okay, well, Cortland is really not my big argument.
Miller even tracks the ball better than Cortland. But go ahead though. My bad. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, he got better route running or whatever. He uses quickness better, but Cortland Sutton have quickness. But I'm gonna go all the way to Simi Cobb.
Okay.
I'm gonna go all the way to. I don't want to waste your time. I'm gonna go all the way to Simi Cobb. This is my dude right here. I've been watching him since last year.
Okay.
I don't see why he's 11, bro. Just because he's slow and all that, but what he do on film is what you talking about is beat the best corners. Who are these guys getting covered by?
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. But most of these guys have played, 11 to 30 some odd games. And yes, he had a good game against Ward, but you can make the argument that Cobbs is inconsistent. Now, Cobbs probably got the best highlight tape out of all these guys. Highlight tape. But when you look at consistency, you look at, every play, in and out of every drive, and all that type of stuff, Cobbs kind of disappears sometimes. But when he's on, he's on. And it all depends on preference. You may like big body control hand guy. I like route runner, quick separation dude, and yak guy.
Well, your list is the same as mine. When you say Riley, Turk, I'll put Gallup before then, and then I was going to Sutton, and another thing on Pettis was like the number one receiver last year. I don't know why nobody ain't talking about him.
Dante Pettis was the number one receiver last year.
Yeah, he was like everybody was talking about he was going to be the best receiver coming out this year last year because he was just showing out. But I guess he got quiet, but he still got it.
That's why I typically
I see him on your list.
That's why I typically don't watch film until it's time to run it for the cardio. Ricky LaRon, man, I sure do appreciate you calling in. Was this your first time calling?
Yeah, it's my first time I had to call for the receivers, man. I had to give it up for the big guys, man, even though I'm a small guy.
Okay, then. Okay, big guy favor small guy. I just plugged you in as platinum, so next time you call in, you got the sauce. Appreciate you, man.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Let's run through these calls, man. We got a platinum call. I got to skip y'all. Sorry. Kurt, what's happening, man?
Hey, how's it going, Botch?
Coolin', Doski Woski. What you got for the show, brother?
Good. Just real quick, I know last time I called in, a lot of people were complaining about my volume. Can you just let me know? How do I sound?
I just turned you up. You good to go. Please be better than Sam's friend. Go ahead.
Sounds good. Big question I had was not necessarily your rankings and things like that. Big thing for me is as a guy who watches film, as a guy who kind of studies the game, I feel like finding that number one, finding that surefire, no miss stud wide receiver is nearly impossible. Every draft, there's always that guy that's fast, guy that's huge, but doesn't put it together. And then every draft, there's always that guy that's like, undersized that runs routes. Jarvis Landry, Sterling Shepard, those guys. What do you value? Like, what's your big thing that guy evaluates receivers?
I like flexibility. You can like for example, Allen Hurns just signed to Dallas. Okay, when Dez was there, you know, we considered him playing the Z guy. But what if we drafted Calvin Ridley? Then he would go play the slot. Well, we just got rid of Dez. Cool. So Allen Hurns can go play the X. You know what I mean? I really like that about receivers. I like separation. I like guys that can run routes because no matter what happens to your skill set, your longevity depends on your ability to run routes because you're going to run into guys that are bigger than you sometimes. Sometimes you're going to run into guys faster than you. But something that can never be beat is timing and route running, and that's what a lot of the league is leaning towards. You know, for example, Larry Fitzgerald may not be able to run past or jump over people like he once did, but his nuance and his route running and the timing of the offense keeps him, you know, playing longer. You know what I mean? I just really value things that just can't be stopped, like a really good back shoulder fade can't be stopped. You know what I'm saying? So I really do. I really do value that. So that's why I like Ridley, Kirk, DJ Moore, Gallup, Miller, Pettis, Hamilton. They're all great route runners. You know what I mean? So that's why they're up there for me.
Got you. For you though, as a preference, like I don't know, every time I rank receivers, I always I always tend to side with those safe guys. You know, it's like love Sterling Shepard a couple drafts back. You know, loved Landry coming out. Those guys. I don't know. To me, it's hard. Like, what do you? I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with this, but like, where do you see? Do you tend to find yourself like in those type of guys, or do you tend to like, you know, the Kevin Whites, the Devontae Parker, Amari Cooper type players more?
It depends on what falls into your situation, and I will say, I'll say, how can I say? I will sometimes take a later round guy because they have traits that I like. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to taking a complete guy that's really good at something else. Like, you know, people really liked Mike Williams for his leaping ability and the fact that he played for Clemson and he was in a championship and he, you know, caught passes in a championship. But I really didn't like Williams because he wasn't a great route runner. He couldn't separate in that way. He was a double catcher. I see Coach Evans in the chat box talking about hands right now. Mike Williams was definitely a double catcher. When you double catch, it takes time off of your pass completion. And, you know, the more time goes by, people catch you, people tackle you, people break your hands up. That can be problematic. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather a third guy. Matter of fact, you know, Ryan Switzer that the Cowboys just drafted last year. He's a route runner, solid hands, decent speed. He's small, but I'll take that small guy. I mean, we've seen the New England Patriots take guys that do what they like, and it just works. It just works within their system. So one day when I get back into coaching, I'm gonna beat into the ground. We need to run routes. We need to work on timing. We need to work on securing the catch. You can be big all you want to. Jump balls are cool, but I like technical stuff. I like nuance. That's just me.
Love it. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Salute. That was Kurt. He's a platinum caller. He goes to the top. We got a lot of new numbers. That's what happens when you run your show at a different time slot. So let's bring in 408. Who this?
This Kenny.
What's up, Kenny? What you got for the show, fam?
What's going on, fam? I wanted to ask you a little bit of a different question.
Okay.
And I hear a lot of conversation about things that are important with wide receivers like route running and all that. But one of the things I appreciate about the way you evaluate talent, what about these receivers' attitudes, and do you see any of these receivers carrying kind of that ass whoop attitude that you're talking about? Because I'm a little old school. I appreciate the route running and the soft hands, but I also remember the Hines Awards and receivers that'll kick your ass and make a cornerback feel kind of defeated over a game.
Cortland Sutton.
Do you see any of that nasty in these kind of receivers?
Cortland Sutton, man. Have you ever seen that dude block? Like, he likes to do it. He gets enjoyment out of it. Like, he takes that big frame and he lines up against these cornerbacks that are way smaller than him, and Cortland Sutton put hands on people. If you want the rock, you got to block. You know what I mean? Like that's basically.
I feel that.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
with his size, that's got to be something. You know, they don't put that in the highlight tapes, which is what I hate about highlight tapes. You don't get to see the good stuff.
Man,
where does that factor into how you rank the receiver?
like about size or like physicality or ass whooping. I think you can no matter what position in football, you can use a dog regardless. You know what I mean? It's just you can build a culture around anybody that's a dog. So you look at Cortland Sutton. You know, man, if he just blocking the cornerback in front of him and he catching these screens, bubbles, hitches, and he's yak yarding them, he's stiff arming them, he's running people over, that's going to wear him down. So you never know, like in the fourth quarter, it could be a run play that cornerback may run himself out of position because he don't want no more of Cortland Sutton. Like there's a lot of value in ass whoop no matter what position it is. You know what I mean? So I 100% look at the attitude of these guys.
I appreciate that, and I don't want to take up all your time, but I kind of wanted to hear a little bit of that piece of the conversation because I'm a Packers fan, and I doubt it, but a lot of people are suggesting they're interested in Calvin Ridley, and I see the value, but I kind of want somebody, that's going to whoop some ass so that he's not just getting punked by a DB all game. And I wonder, like, Calvin Ridley, guys that are smaller like that but do come with a lot of value, how does that contribute to the attitude of the team? You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the perspective on that, bro.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Let me go ahead and plug you in, Kenny. That was a good call. So next time you call in, you'll go at the top of the list with the rest of the platinum callers. Appreciate you, man. Salute.
I appreciate you, man. Salute, dude.
Yes, sir. There's always room for ass whoop on your football team. And yes, that's what I meant. Always room for ass whoop on your football team, right? That's kind of why Cortland Sutton up there. He may be missing some aspects of the game or whatever, and that's cool. But it's something to say about team player, blocker, yak guy, physical receiver, hands dude, big body guy. There's something to say about that. But as you can tell by most of the guys in my top 8, 9 or so, love route runners, man. I love route runners. I love hand guys. Antonio Callaway is not hand guy, but top 8 then. You know what I mean? Let's get into some more phone then. I like when we can just pick up the phone and run through it and just get it in. 148. Pardon me. 484. What's happening?
How's it going, man?
Doski Woski, who this?
Danny Muir from Pennsylvania.
What's up, Dan from Pennsylvania? What you got for the show?
I just had a question about 3 guys.
What's happening?
Number 1, Calvin Ridley. Do you think teams will be hesitant drafting him because of his age?
No, because hold up. How people look at it anyway. Like by the time Calvin turns 30, they may be fired or with another team anyway. You know what I mean? Like we don't look too far into the future. So when we draft a running back, like we draft Fournette, okay. Fournette only has a rookie contract that we got to deal with. So we're really only looking at Fournette for 5 years. After that, if he's good, we keep him. If not, we go get another running back. So if you get Calvin Ridley and he's your guy and you think he's great, don't let 28-year-old, get you away from him, right? Because if that's the case, you get somebody in their athletic prime until they're 30 for rookie cheap money. You know what I mean? It's not bad for us. It's bad for him because his second contract going to be when he's 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not really a bad thing for us. Plus, I value guys that are older, that have played longer. They just know more nuance about the game. They just know more things than young guys.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Second player, Christian Kirk. I was wondering what you think about his role in the NFL. Maybe do you think he could be an outside guy or is he just a slot guy?
I think he can be both. It just kind of depends. People worried about Christian Kirk, getting jammed at the line of scrimmage, but Christian Kirk, he's not soft. I mean, he's a he's a big muscle if you look at him. I mean, he ain't swole like Carlos Henderson was last year. I mean, that's different. But I think with a little bit of coaching on hands and things like that, man, Christian Kirk would be fine versus press coverage or whatnot. We project him at slot because that's where we saw him. But if you're a coach and you're creative enough, you can project guys in different spots, and I think Christian Kirk would be fine.
Okay, cool. And also, like, his scheme, people were saying that, like, they run, like, 4 wide receiver sets, and he was going more against, like, one-on-one coverage.
Say it again?
People were saying that his scheme, they schemed him open because of they usually ran 4 wide receiver sets.
Everybody gets schemed open, man. That's propaganda by the draft Illuminati. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to. Everybody runs picks and rubs for their guys. Everybody puts guys in motion. Everybody runs bubbles to get them the ball quick. We run screens to put them in space. That's it just is what it is.
Okay, third, a guy I really like is Equanimous St. Brown. I wonder if you see his upside like I do.
Mm-hmm. He definitely has upside because he's big guy and fast guy, and whenever you have a big guy that can run and catch, you have it gets interesting. But his production kind of dipped off a little bit. He just didn't seem to put it all together this year. Let's see what he can do with a quarterback that can actually throw. We'll see.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Salute Danny from Pennsylvania. You're also platinum. Let me pick up this phone. Let me see who this is. Is this Max or is this Max's friend?
Yo, what's up, Boach? I'm just calling in to say I did not give him my phone. He took it and ran away and called you, so yeah, we got a liar. We got a liar.
Max, that's kind of suspect, man. You shouldn't be letting men get your phone and run. How old are you, Max?
I'm 15.
Okay, that's some very 15 type stuff. Okay, so never mind. I forgot young people watch my show too. Okay, my bad. What up, Max? What you got for the show, man?
I was just wondering, do you think the Bears would take Calvin Ridley? Because, I mean, they want to support Trubisky with some weapons or something.
Mm-hmm. In the first round, it's too high, man. I think it's too high for any of these receivers. A lot of these guys are second round guys, but Calvin Ridley's probably going to be late first. I think 8's a bit early.
What do you think his comparison is? Like, I was thinking maybe T.Y. Hilton, maybe Brandon Cooks a little.
I think player comparisons are stupid and they're the cause for global warming and world hunger. So I don't really like to do them. But I mean, I don't really have a guy. He reminds me of Calvin Ridley.
Do you think he's going to be like a 1,000-yard guy? Because I see him as like a guy like maybe
Cleo Lombardi, Vostradamus. I don't know. It depends on the team he goes to. If he goes with a top tier quarterback that throws the ball 30, 40 times a game, possibly. If he goes to Dallas where Prescott's only going to throw 25, hell no, he ain't getting 1,000 yards. It just depends.
Hey, thanks, folks. You have a wonderful afternoon or day.
Hey man, make sure
wonderful everything.
Make sure your friend who is a male doesn't take your phone and run again. That's a very womanly trait. So just let him know I said that.
Don't worry.
All right.
I'll let you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Punch him in the throat. All right, Max. I'll let you. Say some man took my phone and ran. That's how people get shot. Yeah, wrong with him. 951. What's happening, man? 951.
How's it going?
What you got for the show, brother? Hello? All right, 951, holla at you. 941, what's happening?
Man, watch what's going on. This is DP, big time.
Sounds like Dwayne Porter. Thank you for the super chat, dropping the dime piece in the box. What's happening, man?
Hey, chilling, man. About to go to work. I'm about to put my own money in. I gotta do my thing on the street, but had to log in, see what you guys were up to. Wanted to put my 2-piece in. You know that.
Let's run it, sir.
All right. I mean, I have to separate. I'm a little different in that sense. I know you have it ran down between top 1 to 15. I have to break it up of who they are. Between the X and the Z. Because to me, that a little bit, that's the scheme matters. I'm a scheme guy. I'm all about the scheme. Scheme-wise, I think DJ Moore is probably the only one on the top for me. He's the only one that could probably run Z and X.
Right.
You know, Z is the number 1, X is the number 2. He could fit in both. He could take a screen 2 yards, take it to the house. He could run great routes. He could break tackles. He's got that lower body strength, that 210 weight, which a lot of guys, I'll tell you, it's very important. You don't realize it's very important. When you're 210 pounds, that means you're strong, you're built well. You could take the NFL hits, you could bounce off. When you're 185, 190 pounds, man, you got to go do safeties that are 230 hitting you. You're going down quickly. DJ Moore is my top X. Behind him is Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton, for his size, and just like you just said, man, he's ass whoop. Why? Because we have a run-first offense. So we're going to need receivers that are going to be able to have to block and have to put cornerbacks in their place. You know, that's going to be a big part of our offense. So if we're running to our X side, our strong side, we got to have an X receiver that is willing to get their hands dirty, get in there, dig guys out, move guys, displace guys. That's a good thing that Dez did. Dez was a pretty good blocker. I always say that Dez didn't, wasn't slouching on that. Gallup is number 3 after that. I like him. I like him. I gotta say that I like him. He shows good traits. I don't know if he's ready to take that next step of receiver. Number 4 is DJ Chark. Obviously, you know what he is. You line him up on that X. He's going to take it. He's going to take the top off the defense. He's going to force the safety to bail out because they got to respect that 4.3 speed. The 5th guy I have, that's the guy I'm telling you I have a great feeling about. I don't know what it is. I just got a good feeling about this cat, which is Alan Lazard. He's 6'5", runs about a 4.55, no different than what Dotson ran last year. That got drafted from the Redskins. He's something about that cat. I watch his tape. I'm like, he's good shielding guys out. He's pretty decent in the run. He's decent everywhere, but it's something about that cat that shows me that, you know what, in the right team, because he's going to get picked so low in the draft, you take a guy like that and give that to Aaron Rodgers, my God, what kind of scores this cat can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have that feeling about that cat. Watch him for next year, Avash. Watch him and say, hey, you know what? Man, hey, big time said to watch out for Alan Lazard. I want to see what he do on the right team.
He's coming out this year from Iowa State.
Yeah. Watch that cat in the league next year. I have a feeling about that cat, man. It's just something about him. He got that size that he runs really well for 6'5". That 4.55 is listen. He's taking over games against. I mean, he really showed out against Ohio State, against Denzel Ward. He showed out against a few cats out there.
Yeah.
Something about that cat, man.
Yeah.
Z receiver, hey, Calvin Ridley, he's a Z, man. He's an upper echelon Z. I just can't see him being that X, that number 1 receiver. I understand you like your receiver, your guys older. I know you like your older guys that are more mature. But to me, when a guy is older, he is what he is. You know what I mean? That's what it is. He is what he is. He's not a receiver's not going to get bigger when he gets into the NFL. He's that his size. And 2, I watched that Auburn tape. Man, Carlton Davis laid hands on that young man, and it was not pretty. And if Carlton Davis do that to you, man, them NFL corners are no slouch.
Now,
so
Carlton Davis is probably one of the more physical cornerbacks, man. Let's not just Carlton ain't no slouch, man. Carlton gonna go to the league and pick on people. So let's just say that.
Oh yeah. I agree on that. But my point is, there's a lot of other corners in the league, not a lot, but a good amount of corners in the league that's just like Carlton. That's hey, if they have that, you know what I'm saying, Jackrabbit, whoever else, they're gonna, they have no fear. They're gonna come up in your face, Akeem Talib, and they're gonna lay hands on you. What you gonna do? So I mean, I'm taking it from a Dallas standpoint. After that, Anthony Miller, like I said, great route run, everything else. I just see him on the as an off ball, as well as James Washington. I didn't see this man block at all. I mean, I watched almost every game the last 2 years. I just didn't see him block.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. I don't know. And Dante Pettis, and I think Pettis is, again, a guy who's going to be a solid performer. But that's just me. The X, like I said, my dark horse, don't sleep on. And Callaway, my fault. Callaway is my 5th on my Z. But I have to break it up between X and Z because that's what we're looking for. Slots, we have 2 really, really good slot receivers. I can't see Christian Kirk going to the outside. This cat does his damage in the middle of the field. He can go out. He can, make wheel routes. I just don't see him lining up against average 5'10", 5'11". I don't think he can get off the press off of 5'11" corners in the league.
Damn.
And he's 5'10". So I don't see that Steve Smith. Everybody's telling me he has that Steve Smith trait. Steve Smith was a dog.
Damn.
That man had a 44-inch vertical leap. He was a dog.
Damn.
I just don't see it in Christian. But that's me, man. That's what I see.
Hey, man, we may disagree about a few things, but I can tell that you've put in the work, so I'm not going to argue with you about it. You know what I mean? So I 100% respect your opinion. You dropped a dime piece in the super chats. You can talk all you want to, really, fam. I mean, I don't. You can host the show if you want to.
I love debate, man. Hey, if you feel that you have a different view, hey, that's what we're here for. Hey, it's nothing but love. Trust me, I've been arguing with people on my Facebook page about Dez. I was going to actually put a YouTube page together just so you can see me. You can see I have no problem showing my face on the screen.
100%.
But I was arguing with people about the Dez situation. I said, it's time for it was just time for Dez to go. People break ways. The mesh wasn't there. Dez is not the receiver that's going to bring out the best in Dak. And if you're going to invest into Dak, you can't hold on to Dez. To me, I compared it to when Russell had Golden Tate. Golden Tate was not going to bring out the best in Russell Wilson. It was just time for them to part ways. People felt it was dumb because look what Golden Tate was doing in Detroit. Hey, it's just what it is. They just did not see the mesh together with those two people.
I love Dez, but at the end of the day, it was good business, and it just is what it is. It just is what it is, man. Hate to see him go though. That's all you got though, DP.
That's all I got, man. It's time me to go make this money.
Hey, man, thanks for calling the show, Doski Woski. Peace.
Later.
Yep. Now, I don't want y'all to think y'all can come in being all long-winded. That man dropped a dime piece in the super chat, so I'm about to limit y'all. Plus, got a very important text message, so I'm about to wrap this thing up real soon. So I'm about to breeze through these calls. I'm about to get my timer ready. I'm going to cut my phone up on loud, and when you hear that beep, I'm just going to hang up. I ain't even going to say bye. I'm just going to hang up. Let me see. Let me get my timer ready. Let me see. We're going to put that on 0 hours. This is going to be real fun, y'all. Because, people, even they have a mindset to get done in a certain amount of time, but they still end up going long-winded anyway. We go really set them up for failure, so they could be mid-conversation, but when we hear that ding, they're going to have to stop what they doing, and we just going to run it like that. This should be funny. It should be funny. Okay, so we're going to give everybody, let's see. Let's go 1 minute and 30 seconds. Is that a lot? Is that a lot? 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's going to be adequate time. So, so look, this is going to happen. I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to be like, who this? And you tell me who you are. Then I'm going to be like, all right, cool. What up? What you got for the show? Then I'm going to start that time. Let's run it for the cardio. Let's see what we got. Let's see how funny this could be. 208, who this?
Hey, Bobs, this is Zach.
What up, Zach? What you got for the show?
Dude, I love your show. Love the work you're doing. I just wanted to kind of drop my rankings, my top 5 rankings, and then kind of get your take on it.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got Calvin 1.
Okay.
And then I got Anthony Miller 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got DJ Moore. And then I got Simi Cobbs at 4.
Okay.
And then I was going to put Equinemius at 5, just based on potential.
Okay. You wanna tell me why you got to rank like that?
I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I kind of wanted to ask a question, but I don't have the time. So
you have plenty of time. Go ahead.
I wanted to put Miller at 1, believe it or not, but I think Ridley just has outstanding route running. Like Corey Davis from last year.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Davis had outstanding route running, and I think Ridley's right up there with him. So I couldn't put Miller up there over him, but I have Miller almost as like a 1B just because I think he brings everything. I've seen him block linebackers, and I've seen him run. He runs pretty good routes, and he's got great hands. And people have talked about how he has focus drops, but he gets targeted like an insane amount in that offense.
Yeah.
And then I have Moore at 3, and I wanted to put Moore higher. I mean, he's such a freak athlete, but there are points where like getting off the line can be hard for him, especially against press coverage. And then, not to mention, I've seen him round off his routes. The previous gentleman that just got done calling, he said that DJ Moore runs good routes.
All right, Zach, gotta go. so dope. Hold up. Sorry about. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's go. Damn, this funny. Let's go. 919. Who this?
Yo, what up, Vod? This is Eddie.
What
from
up,
North Carolina?
What up, Eddie? What you got for the show?
Now, I was just trying to get your take on Christian Kirk over DJ Moore and Miller. I'm in this group message, and they all DJ Moore gun ho at 24 to the Panthers. I'm just like, I don't know, man.
It just depends on your preference and what you like from those guys. I just like Christian. I like how fast and smooth Christian Kirk runs his routes. You can be quick with your route running, and you can run sharp routes slowly. That's really a thing. But Christian Kirk runs his routes incredibly quick, sharp, and smooth. He flashes those hands, he catches the ball, and he turns into yak guy. DJ Moore and Gallup, you ain't say Gallup, you say Moore and somebody else. Those guys are good at what they do too. It just comes down to preference. Like, it's a real close group for me. Like, all these guys are complimentary second guys to me.
Sounds good, man. Keep up the good work. Got you on Patreon, and do what you do, man.
Oh, let me pause this time for you. You got me on Patreon. Salute, man. Patreon. You want to say something else? Patreon, because you dropped the money on me. What's your name again, brother?
Nah, this is Edward Clemens. I'm on here from time to time. Long time listener, first time caller.
Let me tell you something about Eddie G, man. Because look, let me just tell y'all something. I don't just consider y'all numbers. I actually know who y'all are. When I was going through my Demetria Obelar phase, Eddie was one of the first ones on the front line, man. Eddie's in the SEAL team, man. Eddie, appreciate you.
Bigger than a bowl of oatmeal, man.
Hey, man, look, I said, man, look, if y'all want to help me out, just go to the page and just drop my name. Eddie was one of the first ones on there holding it down. You part of the SEAL team, fam. Hey, man, thank you so much, sir. Salute to you.
Dog, I'm here for you, dog. I'll let you get back. I know you got things to do.
Hey, man, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
You got to.
Whew, that man had 40 seconds to go. But he a damn patron, so we let it run a little bit longer. Okay, we at 144. Let's lower this down to a minute and 15 seconds. This is going to be interesting. 971, who this?
Hey, Phoenix JP.
What up, JP? What you got for the show?
Hey, man, since we let Dance go, everybody been whining and crying about getting a receiver. I know we needed a receiver, but everybody thought about just grabbing that safety. If James is there, somebody that can come up and bang to turn the game around, let's do it. I mean, we got enough in receiver right now. What you think? I mean, I want a receiver too. But let's get that linebacker or that running back, man, or that safety. What you think about that? I mean, are you sold on Jeff Heath yet on the free safety spot? What?
Let me pause this time real fast or whatever. I think how the offense is gonna run, the run game is gonna get 40 attempts, and Dak is only gonna throw the ball 25 times. So I think if we're gonna run Dak, run Zeke, run whoever the hell else is going to be running the football, I think we need to solidify the offensive line. Offensive line is the only position where one guy can make the whole thing look terrible. If your one tech playing bad, your end is still great. If your X playing bad, your Z can pull you up. If your left corner playing bad, hey, right corner, do something different. If your left guard is terrible in a one-on-one situation versus Ndamukong Suh or Aaron Donald, then the entire offensive line looks like garbage, and the run game cannot be established. I would go get Will Hernandez and draft a receiver in the second or third.
Okay. That sounds good to me, man. I'll be checking y'all out on y'all little podcast, y'all little hookup. So I'll be following y'all. I like the show, man. Keep it up.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you, Doski Woski. That's all you got for the show?
I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, I'm just getting, but 9 more days for the draft come. I just hope we. One more thing I want to touch on before you hang up on me. I only got like 20 seconds.
No. Go ahead. You good. You got time.
Okay. With this, I've been upset for the last 23 years. I've been putting on my YouTube channel is that the Jones is running the show. I mean, it's like, if you think that's ever going to change, they're in front of the camera.
What's your YouTube channel, dog? What's your YouTube channel?
Phoenix JP.
CMJP. All right, so y'all go. All right, man, I gotta go. Rick, appreciate At least he got the plug in for his channel. Hey, man, y'all go follow my man on Hey, go follow my man JP on YouTube. Though I'm gonna go over there and see what kind of content he got. Just to go check him out, support and hold it down for another Cowboys fan. So y'all definitely go check out JP channel. But this is really fun for me. 49 is two okay. 240, who this?
Yo, what up, Vox? This is Dre from Maryland.
What up, Gray from Maryland? What you got for the show?
Real quick, just like you, man, I'm silver and blue, so
yes, sir.
I want Will Hernandez in the first round. Last time we let go of an ex-receiver was Terrell Owens. The biggest thing that we need, I think, is to attack the seam with a tight end. So I'm thinking Dallas Goedert in the second round. What you think?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't even touch these tight ends, man. It seems like when Jason Witten is on the team and you draft tight ends, they don't typically produce very well. I think you can make 5th round, 6th round, 7th round tight ends productive. You already got a main guy at tight end number 1, and he ain't going to sit down for nobody. I think you shore up the offensive line. With the second pick, you can go for a linebacker. You can go for a receiver. You can trade it to get Earl Thomas. You got some options with there. With that. Plus, do the same thing with the third round. I don't necessarily try to get I wouldn't get a tight end until Jason Witten is like out the door.
Well, why not give him the pink slip that you gave there?
Because Jason Witten keep taking pay cuts, and apparently Jason Witten is not a locker room problem.
Got you. All right, man. That's all I have. Keep up the good work.
Hey, let me ask you a question, man. So what you think about the Earl Thomas situation? Like, what would you give up to go get Earl Thomas?
Truth be told, I wouldn't give up more than a third and maybe a third and the fourth for him. That's it. I wouldn't give up 50. He's 29 years old with a long injury history. You can get Golden from Tennessee. You can get Jesse Bates because we still need somebody to navigate.
All right, man. Thanks for calling, man. I'll holler at you. Oh, I set him up. Oh, I set him up. Hey, man, y'all don't be mad at me, please. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at me. G from Miami, hang in there, man. I'm a wait to get to you last since you platinum. Hold up. G from Miami, don't go nowhere. God damn, that's fun. Okay, I'm not gonna do it to nobody else. It's kind of rude. Okay, I'm not gonna do it no more. Let's move on to the next caller. 442, what's happening?
It's Mexico, man.
Hey, what up, Mexico? What you got for the show, man?
Just a quick question because you're out of time.
No, Mexico. We're not gonna run you on time because you know what I'm saying, like it's getting kind of rude and all that, and I don't want to play it out or nothing. So I'm gonna give you the proper adequate amount of time. But go ahead and ask your question, Mexico.
Okay, so I saw your online ranking, but I actually think Ragnow from Arkansas is better than Price. Because a lot of times when I saw Price, he struggled with length. If you watch him against USC, he couldn't handle rushing wings a couple of times. He was swinging. And Ragnow is a pretty decent second-level blocker. I think people are underrating him because he got hurt and didn't go at the combine and stuff, but I like him a lot.
So you say you like Ragnow better than Price?
Yes.
Like by like a whole bunch, like a whole bunch or like a little bit?
I know they're close. They're like in that.
All right, Mexico. I'm sorry, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling, fam. I like Ragnar. I don't know if I like him better than Price. I do think James Daniels is the best center in the class. But I think Ragnar could be a little stronger though. Billy Price kind of sort of got a balance issue. You know what I mean? He kind of ends up on the ground a lot, like my man Jalen be saying. But that's only because his shoulders get over his heels. That ain't no super bad flaw. That's just his thing. So if he just works on keeping his chest up, then he'll be fine. So look, man, we're gonna take a quick break, then we're gonna get into the last call of the day, then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Yeah. Due to Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/VachLombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. Tired of your mock draft simulators giving you unrealistic results like this? Vach Lombardi uses the Fan Drafted app. I can come on here and I can build my own mock drafts. We go Josh Rosen, number 1, and we go Quentin Nelson, number 2. I can build my own big board with Quentin Nelson on the top of it because I feel like he's the best player in this draft. Sue me. I can do player rankings. I can move guys all up and down this thing if I want to. The most fun that I have is using the live draft where I only use one team. We get the Giants and we're gonna go 4 rounds and let's see. So we got Josh Rosen with the number 1 overall pick. I'm the New York Giants. I want to mix things up and take Minkah Fitzpatrick number 2. And then we move on with the rest of the draft. Say in the second round, I want Will Hernandez to save the New York Giants. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. I can have hours of fun doing this just on my phone and not getting fired at my day job. It's the Fan Drafted app, man. It's available on the Google Play Store. Type it in just like that. Fan Drafted. And I'm Vach Lombardi, man. Salute. Whew, man, I hope y'all not mad at me, dog. I hope y'all not mad at me. It's fun, man. It's a cool little thing to do, man. I laughed a few times. It was very entertaining to me. 214, who is?
Hey, yo, Voch, this is Steve. What's up, my man?
What's happening, man? What you got for the show, brother? Doski Woski.
All right, bro. So I'm actually a Bears fan. My roommate, big Cowboys fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's views on Equanimeous St. Brown. I see you got him at 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Sidney Cobbs guy. I like my big body guys going up there and getting that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I was wondering if you think EQ can do that, because he got the size for it. You know, he could fill out. I was just what you think about EQ, because I think the Cowboys could get him in third, maybe late second.
I like EQ St. Brown, Equanimeous. He has potential to be a number 1 guy because he's side, speed, and hands guy. But like I said, his production dipped a little bit. He didn't really put it all together. He got lost in a few games. His ball tracking got a little wonky. And he, man, he lost a lot of focus, man. You could just kind of tell. And I didn't really like how he navigates within zone. But I mean, all that stuff that he can work on. It's just that I got to see it on tape before I can, say it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
So I got one more question.
Go ahead.
Where do you think Gallup's gonna go? Because I'm big on him. That's probably my top 1 or 2 guys. No, not top 1 or 2. My bad. That's a little off. But him and Miller, love what they put on tape. Think they'd be a good guy. Play anywhere out there. But where do you think he's gonna go? Sorry to talk so much, but where do you think he's gonna go?
Before I answer that, like, where do you think he's gonna go? Because everybody kind of has a different opinion on it. Like you tell me first, I'm gonna tell you.
All right. So I'm thinking he's gonna be a second round guy. I don't know if he's gonna.
All right, man, holla at you, bro. My bad, man. Thanks for calling. But if you're still listening, I see Michael Gallup. Yeah, Michael Gallup should definitely be a early to mid second round guy. I really do value Gallup. The media scouts may not be talking about Michael Gallup or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they're really talking about quarterbacks this year. But it just depends. Like, I think the real scouts value Michael Gallup. People that really watch film, I think they have a super valuable identification. They know what Michael Gallup could do because they really watch film, opposed to the media scouts that get information from other people and then get on TV and talk about it. Shouts out to Maurice Jones-Drew. He likes Michael Gallup so much he didn't even watch the game, but he knows he's good. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is right there. G from Miami, you're the last one. I'm actually going to give you a minute and 35 seconds to get your point out. Go ahead, G.
Yeah, I'm looking at your receiver rankings.
Mhm.
Agree to disagree.
Go ahead.
For me, I have Calvin Ridley 1, DJ Moore 2, Christian Kirk 3, Anthony Miller 4, Cortland Sutton 5, Dante Pettis 6, though I think Dante Pettis is probably the most inconsistent receiver in this class.
Just to kind of cut you off for a minute, our list ain't that much different, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think Dante Pettis, but the thing is, I think like I have Antonio Callaway over Dante Pettis, but my thing is just the character concerns with Callaway. But I think Callaway's criminally underrated because that Florida offense was really, really bad. Just like with DJ Moore, like I heard the peanut gallery comparing him to the DeAndre Hopkins, and at first I thought that's the peanut gallery just being a peanut gallery, but like when you look at it, like 6'1", pretty good route runner. Is just inconsistent quarterback play. I think he played at 3 different quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. Who?
Maryland.
They had 5.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
So that's why I put him at number 2. Yeah, the rest is still pretty. I still have like a week to put out my full rankings. But the rest, like on Twitter or whatever. But the rest, I'm still looking at EQ St. Brown, but. I don't know. Your list is pretty good, but I think with Anthony Miller is just the drops. Like sometimes he drops like when he's like getting like off of.
I'm playing. I'm playing. This shit's so funny. But you platinum and you the last caller, so I'll let you get my 30 more seconds. Go ahead, G.
No, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
I forgot what the hell you said. I got to look at this clock, counting it down to cut you off. What was the last point you made?
All right, Vaughn.
He got me back. Good job, G. You a good sport, fam. You a good sport. You got me. Ah, man. Fun show. I dropped my offensive lineman on Twitter. I ain't really get into it like that. So I mean, hell, if y'all want to get into it, then we'll do another show. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably load this thing up tomorrow night and do offensive lineman. Then, because if I go to the day job, I ain't gonna do no work. I'm just gonna be in there looking at film because the draft right around the corner. So I'm just getting some last minute cramming in. I haven't watched any film on tight ends yet because I hate watching film on them, but. I guess I'll take a look at those guys, but yeah, man. Let me know if y'all want to do offensive line. We can do that one day. Not right now. I got 2 podcasts later on. Lady friend about to come visit. I ain't got time. With that being said, hey man, y'all put some ass whoop on this like button, man. That's the most free support I can get from y'all, man. Hit the like button and tell somebody about my film sessions and drop these videos in Reddit. You know what I mean? I think that'll be a big help for me. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this thing blows up. You know what I mean? So hit the like button. If you disliked it, you can do that too. Not Demetria Obelar. We have exchanged DMs, but not nothing real crazy. I'm working low key. I'm playing Turtle Dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really finna be sweating it like that, but I'll get there. Y'all believe in me though. Believe in me. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm sure all of y'all are subscribed. And follow me on Twitter, Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI. Join my Facebook group, Lombardi's Draft Talk. It's a bunch of draft fans, including me. We just in there talking about draft. And hey man, don't forget about the Patreon. It's more important than food and water. You know what I mean? So it was fun, y'all. I enjoyed. Thank y'all for coming through. With that being said, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peace Q Weeski. I'm Voch Lombardi. Peace.